always stuck on the same page. My inspiration starts to fade, but I will fight the doubt, and I will work this out.
The mask, which you can actually see right there, that will be moved. This will probably be made a bit better, but at the same time I do want to keep some of that messiness because the whole idea is that she's a normal girl. So also, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with these books currently, but she is meant to be a normal girl. She's not meant to be someone, like, I don't want it necessarily to be super clean because I do want that idea of hyper reality in it. Because, I mean, obviously the tidiness would help make it more of that. But the way I see it in my head is because it's kind of almost not, everything else is very conceptual, kind of, with the idea of the almost robot students. I do want this bit to almost be normal, but also slightly developed so that it makes sense. I don't know how much this is going to see. I was initially, I don't know if we're going to see much of this, I was initially going to use the kitchen. I'm not going to anymore because I don't have enough time really to make it look good. But this is the kitchen, again, somewhat clean. We do live here, so it's very much lived in. Just don't show my mother that I've shown you this. I definitely am going to be using the front door as a porch, which you can see there. I'm going to do some stuff with opening the door and like going out and everything. I just thought, yeah, it just seems to want to do the kitchen too long. I mean, it's lovely and bright in there, but it just doesn't fit in with the general storyline that I'm going for. So I decided not to use it in the end. So this is one of the areas that I hope to be filming in. This will probably be the scene where Georgina is reading her travel books, just because of the way it's set out. It works really well. I'll probably add some more travel books in there, put something on the floor so it's not quite as obviously a classroom floor, and to make it different from the rest of the room. The natural light is quite good, however, if it is a darker day it's going to be slightly more difficult, especially trying to put like any lights in here and everything, but overall just the general aesthetic works really well for what I need it for. So this is the main classroom that I'm going to be filming in. You might see the board in some of the shots. It depends what I end up doing with it. I'm going to have people at the computers around the room. There'll probably be some kind of shot here where I'll be focusing on that end kind of table there, because that's where Georgina will be sitting, and I want to leave her mask there when she's like taking it off, and then I will have hopefully some kind of pan out to see more of the people around there still sitting kind of in the robot way. Again, with the natural light, like, it's quite good because there are loads of massive windows, but again with lights and trying to get them in here, that's one of the more difficult bits. So that will be interesting, and the way it's set out, but I quite like the way it's set out. Also the computer's slightly far away, so trying to get good camera for it's going to be slightly difficult, but I think it will work quite well. And like I said, we might see some of the board, we might not, it depends how I end up doing it. There's a whiteboard there which I can possibly write some stuff on actually. I'll probably put looks apart on there as well. I'm going to have looks apart on the TV screens as well. Computer screens. And yes, Georgina will be there. Hopefully it won't be looking necessarily like this. I won't be able to move too much just because obviously it's a teacher's classroom, but in general some of this stuff I'll either move out the way just for a bit, just so it looks generally a bit neater, but generally because it looks like a classroom, it works quite well, and hopefully I'll have changed some of that area so if we do see it, it's not obviously where she just was. So I've got to try and just not have any of the posters in it, not show either of the doors, because I do want it to just look like some form of library. So this is the music room where George's reincarnation and discovery of herself will happen. Emily is very kindly in the space where Georgina will be, unless the lighting is too dodgy, and then I won't do it. So this is like a little test shot as well. Yeah, no, it doesn't work, so I'm going to have Georgina somewhere else. But it's still going to be in this room just because it works well. This is one of my extras.
Hi.
This is another one of my extras. But yeah, so basically this is what's going to happen in this room. I chose this room just because it's small and it's a music room, so it works well with what I'm trying to do, and just generally it has everything in it that I need really, and it's not like it needs to be super nice. I'll probably like do some changes to it, I don't know what they are yet, but yeah, so this was the music room. So this is one of the corridors in the school, which as awkward as it sounds. So when Georgina is going to go home, she is going to walk down this corridor and down these stairs. Now I don't know how much of this corridor I'm actually going to film, but she's going to come down these stairs, and these stairs will possibly also be used as other things where she has to like move around. I'm just using these stairs because they are the way out of school, so it kind of makes sense of her like running to get out. And then this corridor isn't going to be a vital bit of set or scenery or place for filming, but it still is used because before Georgina goes into her lesson there's going to be some idea of isolation with the characters, and she's going to be coming in from here where they'll be lined up, and then they'll come into the classroom. Now I was thinking of using this gate up there, which I'm now walking towards, as the beginning, because I do want her to go in there because that's the classroom I'm using, everything. Not that anyone would know that, just for ease of filming and moving around in like one single area. However, this gate is one person and looks quite small, and I don't think it works as well visually as the gate that is up the hill, which is a bit more visually nice. So if we look up there, there's like a load of people up there, but there's a gate actually up there which you can go into, which I was thinking of using. Now obviously going outside there are some problems, less problems filming a music video. I was also thinking of using the street, but yeah, lots of problem being outside, not as much with the music video because you're not using any of the sound, whereas probably now I don't know how easy it is to hear my voice because it's quite windy. Or it could be quite windy. Also raining is another issue that is possibly going to happen, and I really don't want to damage the camera because I cannot afford to buy a new one for the school. But yeah, so I do want to have shots of her walking down here, walking up here, trying to get to school, blah blah blah. This is just the general area, so obviously, like I said, natural light as well is again a problem, especially if the light keeps changing, because continuity wise it won't necessarily be the best, and like I mean, yeah, mostly the continuity I think is the problem. If I'm doing like a few different shots, if that makes sense. I don't know. I know what I mean. I'm not doing a very good job of this behind the scenes stuff. I'm trying, but basically this kind of a point of view kind of idea of where she'll be walking off with the kind of place I'm going to do some shots. Probably won't have the crossing the road. That seems very dangerous, but there we go. Now let's talk about one of the places I am most surprised to not be using in my music video. Purely because in every other idea I had, the woods was such a big part of it, purely because of the things woods connote to. Like I feel like since, well, horror films in general, woods have always connoted to evil things. I personally love the woods, but I mean that is the idea, and like just nature in general. And I think I'm going to go to philosophical with this actually, I'm not going to go into it, but I feel like man and nature, now we live in such an urbanised place, is quite important, and like there's so much symbolism that you can use with woods, which is why they're a really good thing to use for a music video. However, it doesn't really fit in with my story. I mean, I walk to school through the woods when it's not muddy, although it's like, if it's a bit damp I don't mind too much, but if I'm going to get it all over my shoes I try my hardest not to go through it, but if I'm in a rush I do, just because it's quicker. But that's going off topic close. So I could have her walking to school through the woods. However, I don't think it fits with the rest of my video at all. Like, it doesn't work with everything. it works better with built up, just purely because it seems a bit random to suddenly be going through the woods, when the woods is much more of a dark, conceptual place. I think that's when it's mostly used. So I just don't think it fits. But with any other music video, like rock especially, I feel like you could totally use the woods. I think the idea is just like it's so like high, and there's so many bits in it, like different smaller paths you can go down, that you never quite know what's in there. Like anything could be. I mean, there are deer in these woods. These woods I'm walking in right now, they have deer in sometimes. But yeah, they have deer in. They have foxes in. They have bugs and all kinds. We've had snakes in here as well. I've seen snakes. I almost stood on one. There's so much in here, and that's what. And the wind as well. I think just generally, it's just so connecting to like murder and evil things and the darkness. There's like, it just won't work with the kind of, I don't think Georgina's music video is necessarily happy, I don't think her song is necessarily happy, but I don't think it's necessarily evil. This, I think her song is really good because it's neutral tones. It's not like I'm super happy myself, because it is more talking to somebody else, which is why with Georgina being in it, it is her consciousness almost talking to her, if that makes any sense. It's her inner voice telling her that she can do it. But look at this, look at how gorgeous. Even on my phone, this is a pretty gorgeous shot, and you could do so much with this, but it doesn't fit, so I'm not using it. Limitations in here would have been, again, because it's outside, all of the points being outside, the fact that with the rain it could easily get so muddy, which you don't want to get on the camera. See, like a little path. You have everyone coming through it, and I know that's the problem with the street as well, is that loads of people are going to be possibly walking past, but you're going to have it in school as well, so you know, whatever. Okay, so this is another one of my possible locations. Once again, it has all the bad points of being outside, such as weather, wind, that kind of thing. This, again, was going to kind of be a walking to school kind of thing. It wasn't going to be a big bit. But we are hopefully going to walk to, if we go the right way, we're going to walk to one of the streets that's actually going to be in my music video. Which should be great, so I can show you that, because like I said, I'm walking to school, I'm going to be using some streets, but just not the field, for the same reason as the woods. It's kind of like, I don't think it really fits in with what I'm trying to do.
Stuck on the same page, my inspiration's starting to fade, but I will fight the doubt and
Okay, so I said we were coming up to the street line, was that I am actually using my music video. Because this is my own walk to school, in my head it's just how I saw it, so that's why I'm using it. We're actually about to get onto it. I'm hoping to do some long shots, but not from the field, from the other side of the road. Hopefully there won't be as many cars. This is going to be elegant as hell. Help! Okay, so yeah, we're on the street now. Well, she'll be walking down the other direction, but some of the stuff is going to happen in this kind of area. Limitations of weather, that kind of thing, people. This isn't too much of a busy road, but it can be sometimes. So we'll just have to see. I'll probably do it quite early on, like Sunday morning or like something like that, because it is morning based when she's going to school, so it makes more sense than kind of nowish, where it's kind of dimmer in afternoon light, because it's kind of afternoon, so I see it in the morning where it's a bit brighter probably. But yep, so this is one of the streets I'm using.
those days are over. This is only just the start.